heck of a ball game. Two teams just going toe to toe at each other. Probably one of the most pretty performances, but I thought it was two teams that were really just defensively just engaged and really getting after one another. Hats off to our guys. I mean, coming off the Florida loss, which was a tough loss, I was really, especially when we got in overtime. Sometimes guys can have flashbacks, but to our guys' credit, I thought they showed some resilience. I thought they really wanted this game, and they found a way to do it on the defensive side of the ball. Kentucky seemed like they just wouldn't go away. I think somebody told me it was like 15 ties, and you got lead changes and all that stuff. And they made some, in regulation, they make a big three-point shot. We missed an assignment and leave up, open one to the Harrison twins. We wanted to switch everything. And but to our guys' credit, again, we got in overtime, and our guys, they just bore their necks and went to work. We played against an outstanding team. Julius Randle, first half he got in foul trouble. Second half, I tell you what, he just kind of unleashed the beast, and our guys did everything they could to make it difficult for him. So, but it was a, and how about the finish? Michael Quall just comes out of nowhere, and I had a feeling he was going to have a good game. He hadn't been playing, as well as he's capable of playing, but tonight he provided that spark for us along with our bench. Mardrakus Wade, who hadn't been played, all of a sudden he's out there, and that's what this team's going to be about. Having other guys come in and helping our team reserve that energy so they can have the resolve to finish. And it was a good finish. Well, I thought that was big. I mean, when you look at the rebounding totals, they have a size advantage, and they took advantage of that. We didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but that's the thing I always talk about. What's going to happen when you don't shoot it well? Can your defense keep you in it? And if you think about the Florida game, our defense kept us in it. We got to the free throw line. Even at A&M, we made them shoot. We didn't shoot great. They didn't shoot great neither. So I think if there's one thing I've learned about our team, I think defensively we can hang in the game. Now, when we really start shooting the basketball like we're capable of shooting it, then some good things are going to take place. But it's good that we balance it out going to the free throw line. We made them turn the ball over 17 times. We only turned it over 6 times. So that's where the possession game changes. And not only that, you only get the turnover. What do you do with those turnovers? And I thought it was positive for us.
Did you wonder if it was ever going to end?
Well, Bo, I made the statement, I think on my radio show, that, if it kept going, I might grow some gray hair and you guys could see it, but I don't have any hair up here. They answered the call. That's what good teams do. They answered the call. And to our guys' credit, we didn't panic. When he made the three-point shot, after I think they got a couple of rebounds and kicked it out and in overtime, and now Young hits a three, and they're engaged. We brought the ball up and had a little screen and roll. Kai shoots the basketball, and it's about who has the ball last and can we make a play. And, of course, Mike comes from the baseline, and he made it was an unbelievable finish. That's what it was. I mean, that's now this team to me is starting to make their own memories, and what an athletic play. I mean, that's something I wish I could say I teach it, but I do encourage them to go to the glass. So it was good to see. It was a finish, and from a fan's standpoint, anybody watching this game, they know, hey, it was two teams really going after each other. It was the cats and the hogs, and we were fortunate that we came out on top.
If you're the defender, Mike, on that last play, is that something that just happens? You could be a senior, a junior, a sophomore, the ball goes up, and like Lorenzo Charles in the finals that one year in '83, or was that a freshman play where your guy should have been blocked out?
No, I just think it happened so fast. I mean, you think about it. When he shot the ball, it was like maybe 2 seconds. I don't know what it was. And so when you shoot it, what do you think? You think the game's over with. You don't think about it. I mean, and it may be. I mean, that's debatable. He made a great play. I mean, that's how I saw it. He made a great play.
In all your career, have you ever seen a game end essentially with a putback dunk at the buzzer?
It was an unbelievable finish. I'll leave it at that. It was an unbelievable finish. I mean, you guys witnessed it. I mean, he just came out of nowhere, and it's fortunate for us. He was playing for the Razorbacks.
Mike, it looked like the team was going back on the court at the start of overtime. You called them back. So what was your message at that point?
We've been to this place before. I think, number one is let's show, not only ourselves but everybody else we learned something from the last time we went to overtime. And so in order to get that experience, you got to go through it. So it was tough, playing Florida and losing a game, that we thought we were in control. But at the same time, it was a lesson learned. And I thought I thought our guys really did. I thought we got up there and stepped up and made free throws. We attacked the basket. We had some of their guys in foul trouble, got some of them fouled out. Willie Cauley-Stein, because he's a big boy back there, man. I mean, he protects that hole. So we did a good job of attacking, knowing when to attack, when not to attack, got to the free throw lines. And we had stops. Even on the last play, we made stops. And the ball just bounced along, and they get another shot, then they get another one, and, boy, eventually going to knock one down. But it even went to the last play. Our guys showed resilience. They showed great poise.
Kai Madden's had a phenomenal run of games here. Is this now his team? Is he taking that lead?
Well, I think you can see that. I think Kai is really emerging as a guy that's going to be a big key for us. And I think some of our guys are following the lead. I think they're starting to trust one another. More important, they're trusting one another and listening to one another. And that's going to be critical. I think, I tell you what, I really have to take my hat off to Fred. I thought you could see Fred got his body language tonight. He was into it. He was engaging. And he played most of that second half with 4 fouls. I don't know if you guys know that. He played with 4 fouls. And then, of course, Mardrakus Wade comes in, and I think his experience was real critical. Enforcing the backcourt. You saw a lot of guys diving on the floor for loose ball. Ja'Cory Williams, the extra rebound. So this was a total team effort. Guys coming off the bench to provide energy so that the guys that started out, they could finish the game off. And the freshman, Bobby Portis, he gets a double-double. I mean, Julius gets a double-double. Bobby gets a double-double. And I thought Bobby did a good job of just kind of battling and battling.
I know it's just a third SEC game, but the 2 road games coming up, I mean, just how big was it to win that? And, after such a tough loss against Florida, just how big was it?
I thought it was very important for, from a confidence standpoint. I thought the guys going out against A&M, I thought we just kind of panicked a little bit on the road. And then, of course, against Florida, we just had some mental breakdowns. We didn't make free throws, and we just had some mental breakdowns where we get a rebound and we try to shoot it or we miss layups. So from that standpoint, it was the next game on our schedule. It was a big game, and we want to protect the home court. I mean, we feel like, hey, we want to protect the home court and then go out on the road and steal. So now it puts us in a position now that we're still behind the 8 ball. We got to go out and find one, steal one, some on the road, and that's going to be our mindset. I just think sometimes it takes one game to put that trigger. And hopefully it triggers something that's going to be positive for our guys as they get ready to next game on the road at Georgia.
What have you seen the last 2 days since the Florida game?
Well, I think those guys amongst themselves, they had a team meeting where they got with themselves. And they say, we're not going to let this happen no more. So coming in, they were prepared to play.
Mike, what's the potential for a game like this having a lasting effect for both teams? For you guys going forward as a plus, and for Kentucky going forward as a minus?
Well, I don't think Kentucky have there's nothing negative about it. I thought they fought, they were in position, and just like we are, they're a young basketball team, so they're learning. I mean, they've been in a lot of close games where they've come on the other side. Well, you guess what? They're going to be on the other side of it too, and so I think you use it as a positive, and we'll use it from a confidence standpoint. From we're 0-2 in conference play, so it's one that our guys really wanted, and they found the resolve. Defensively, I just thought our defense kept us in it and got to the free throw line and made some key free throws, made some key plays. So I just, it's early in the conference. I mean, there's 15 conference games left, so it's a lot of basketball left.
Mike, there aren't many guys that have coached against Kentucky 5 times and have a winning record. You do, you're 3-2 now. Just if you could talk about that.
It's just another game, Bob. I don't even, I guess I'm not into me. I like winning. I just like winning. And so, Kentucky's tremendous, great program. Cal's a great coach, has a great team, great staff, and we were just fortunate. I mean, we had the ball last, and we made a play.
Yeah, some of those guys got caught watching the shot. And what does it say about Michael that he had the peace of mind to make a play like that?
Well, we've been trying to get Mike to go to the glass. I think every night tonight he was trying to get in there and get some rebound. I've seen it about the last week in practice. I mean, he's using what God has gifted him with. I mean, he's the one guy, and I talk about it, he's the one guy on our team that can make a play because of his athletic ability. And we were a witness to it tonight. Not many guys could have done that. Not many guys could have done that. The timing of it. The timing of it. Some guys could, just think about it, some guys can stick a ball in, and the clock goes off. But he had the resolve and the athletic ability. This guy is moving this direction. And to finish it, and there's still .2 on the clock. He just made an unbelievable play. And so, but hopefully it's something he can learn that, he can do a lot more for our basketball team defensively and even offensively.
Were you worried when they went and reviewed it, that there was a lot of reviews?
Talking about the last part of it?
Yeah.
Well, I figured it was good. My deal was how much time was going to be on the clock. And so I was trying to make sure our guys, stay in the moment. I think the horn went off and everything went crazy. Guys, this and that. Cal he was leaving. And I'm going, whoa, it ain't over yet. And sure enough, there was .2 on the clock. And like I said, we just we were fortunate. We had enough. I guess we had enough plays in us to find a way to win. But it was a great ball game. I think. Just say it again.
Think about fouling at the end of regulation when you were up by 3.
No. I thought I believe in our guys' defense. We had played great defense up until that time, and when we had the little time together, one of the things we talked about, just all switches, just stay with guys. If they make a shot where you contest it, that's a little different. And number one, James Young is the number one target. And the smartness of him, we had 2 guys that went with him, and he found one of the Harrison twins, and you got to give him credit. He knocked it down. He knocked it down, and that was big. Matter of fact, he hadn't made a shot. I don't think he made a 3 all night. Was that his first 3? Was that Andrew? So it always makes sense. Players make plays. He made a play.
What about Harris at the end of regulation, kind of coming back from finishing out against Florida?
I think that's great for his confidence. I think he's going to help our basketball team. He's going to be a guy that's going to get to the free throw line a lot because of his game. And once we get the floor spreaded, he's going to be able to do some of those things. But I thought that was big basket for us in that regulation when he got down the lane and got the N1, and he made the free throw. So for me and for him, I think it's one of those deals he's learning. He's learning a little bit more about himself. Cody fouled out, so we had to rely on him. Most guys, they enjoy that. So it was his time to shine, and he did a good job.
Yeah, scored him 21 to 7 points off turnovers. I know you do that to a lot of people, but not a lot of people do that to Kentucky.
Well, we took care of the ball. I think that's the bottom line. I thought we came down and we took care of the basketball. You look at the last 2 games we had, I think, and then we had 14 turnovers. I think against Florida we may have had 13. I don't know how many. But tonight we took care of the basketball, and I thought that was key. We had great ball movement, getting the ball to the right guy. We had a couple of high-low, had some dump downs to Bobby Portis, so we utilized the inside game as well.